An umpire and a vampire square off week after week, reviewing movies outside their own strike zone. This week's movies, the 1960 Alfred Hitchcock classic Psycho, and the 1961 The Hustler, starring Anthony Perkins, Paul Newman, Janet Leigh, George C. Scott, Vera Miles, and Jackie Gleason. Now, two guys who are smart enough to know that a tomato is a fruit and are also wise enough not to put it in a fruit salad. Tim Kretschmann and Jeff Miller.
Tim?
I don't remember that. Is that a line from the movie?
No, it's no.
Oh.
So
I thought I must have had a stroke during the movie. Hey, everybody, you're watching Dead on the Bases.
I didn't even get to explain.
Okay, go ahead.
A good friend of mine.
Everybody, we're watching Dead on... No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I won't interrupt.
I don't care anymore.
Okay.
You're watching Dead on the Bases. I'm Jeff Miller. I'm the ump. He's Tim Kretschmann. He's the vamp.
That's right.
He likes horror movies. I don't.
Jeff,
I like sports movies. He doesn't.
You know what he is? Jeff is a sports fan of the First Order, and he's ready to take your first order of merch. Call now. I told you I would push the merch early in the show, right?
But there's new merch.
Did. There's new merch, but we're not showing it yet.
No, we're going to hold on a little bit.
Because this is a classic episode. You don't bring out new things during the classic.
But you have to admit...
Do you notice that we're in black and white? Did you notice that?
Not really, but okay, now I see it. I'm colorblind, sorry.
Okay, well, you're less colorful than usual at this point. You are not colorblind because you can tell at 100 miles if somebody is not wearing brewer colors or not wearing
what
colors.
Oh, I have a quick prediction and we'll get into the show.
Okay.
Put your money on the Brewers. Inside source, the Brewers are going to win the World Series, and that's all I have to say.
Yeah, he knows.
Yep, and I told Tim why, and Tim probably confirms that, so yeah.
It does follow a lot of logic.
It follows a lot of logic in the life of Jeff Miller. Yep. The Brewers will win the World Series this year.
It'll probably be a four down.
Yeah, it'll be an epic. It'll be an epic series. It'll be phenomenal. Okay, enough. No, you know what? It won't be 4. You know why?
Who's winking at you in the chat room?
I don't know.
Who is this?
Swobet.
Okay.
So I like that little joke, Jeff. Okay, but listen. Listen to me now. Hear me later. And then we'll get into this.
Listen to me now. Hear me later.
Here we go. Here's the deal. Listen.
No, but wait.
The Brewers won't sweep it in 4 because to kill me, to hurt me, they will win it at home. And they can't win it at home because they're the better team, so they're going to have more games. They'll get games, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll get 5 and 6, whatever. The Brewers will not win it in 4 games.
Should we tell everybody what we're going to be talking about tonight?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I assigned to Jeff the classic film Psycho. That scared you. Okay, yeah. And you assigned me?
The Hustler.
The Hustler, which
prequel.
Is not the book.
No.
The magazine.
No, it's not. It's the prequel to Color of Money, which you'll get next season.
The prequel. Well, okay.
Well, what
some would call it the original.
Oh, I guess.
Color of Money was a sequel
that
was made like 35 years later.
Oh, so that's the original. So wait, so then when they do like an original like Star Wars 4, 5, 6, and then when they did 1, 2, 3, those were prequels.
They're prequels because they came out after the first one came, but they're sequentially in chronological order.
And the cool thing about this show is that because I know nothing, you guys all learn a lot.
You know,
it's true, right?
actually, something for everybody to know.
What?
When we open up the scoreboard later, Jeff already has a point that he won on Tuesday. Because he had such a great question about cosmic horror. And I said, that's worth a point, and that will be on the scoreboard.
I didn't know that rolled over.
So those of you that didn't see Tuesday's show, you got to go back and watch Tuesday's show to learn that now.
But Tuesday's show, real quick, is Dead On. So all 4
Dead On movie reviews.
Right.
This is Dead On the Bases. See, it's like a branding thing.
Are we a prequel to that? That's a good question. That's a good one.
You're not getting a point for that. You're fishing for points now.
Hey, thank you for that point.
I have seen through this now. He is fishing for points. Should we start the show?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Tim.
And I think I was going first
Absolutely
today, right?
you were.
Okay. Let's see. Watch, it'll turn something up. No, okay,
Look at that.
but I'm.
Why are you in black and white?
Why am I in black and white? Those of you that know, I did not do that willingly.
Let's put it this way: If you know, you know.
Yes.
That's my new saying now.
Is
if
it?
you know, you know.
Okay, well, you should probably get that.
Can I tell you why, real quick?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, see? Okay, I saw this post, and it was like this. Well, actually, it was on TikTok, and this person pulled out a. What's that?
I didn't turn off the phone.
Okay,
Keep
so
going.
they pull out this vodka bottle out of the freezer, and it's frozen. So we all know that liquor doesn't freeze in the theater, It doesn't freeze in the freezer. Liquor doesn't freeze.
It doesn't freeze in the theater
Right,
either.
but if it's frozen, you know. If you know, you know, and that's because their kids added water to it.
What was the one I sent you? Some sports figure said, if you drop a deuce, you don't go and look at it, you flush.
Yeah.
That was
good.
pretty good.
That was okay.
I like that. All right. Oh, and if you want to reach me, you can go to Tim at otherworldlyculture.com. That's
my mailbox is full, so don't send me anything.
Yeah, that's because of all the fans. Now, tonight, I am going to be reviewing the classic film, The Hustler. And as always, we have some little pictures for you to look at.
They're in black and white, too.
And I'm going to tell you right now, one of the best things about this movie is the black and white.
Thank you.
The black and white photography is gorgeous. When you look at it up... Am I looking at it?
What are you looking at?
At the clips? Do I look like I'm looking at the clips?
Yeah.
Okay. When you look at these clips over here...
You got that shit down.
Well,
stuff down, sorry.
Yeah. Good job.
Oh, that was a bad ring.
That was a bad ring, yeah.
Oh, he's sleeping.
The picture quality it was gorgeous to look at. Okay, so what's the movie? Fast Eddie Felson, who is played by Paul Newman, challenges Minnesota Fats to a game of pool. Am I allowed to spoil these? I think we can spoil
I want to ask you about
right?
Psycho too, but the reason why he's challenging him because Fast Eddie Felson wants to be the best pool player.
It's basically
like
the Old West,
right?
Calling out the gunfighter,
right. But go ahead.
And I think I can.
All right.
I think I can.
That's what Thomas the Train said. I think I can.
I think I can. Yeah.
No, go ahead. Why not? You know what I mean?
I think so. For tonight, it is a classic. We're going to be spoiling the hell out of these movies.
So I can spoil too.
Yeah.
Kick ass.
Yeah, because I don't know how you would review it. Yeah. So it would hurt you more than me if we couldn't do spoilers. So.
That's what she said.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you saw it last week too.
I forgot.
Yeah, you forget things. Anyway.
How come that wasn't in black and white?
What color is this?
I am number one. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, if Fast Eddie calls out Minnesota Fats. Minnesota Fats wins, but get this. The way he wins is he plays for 40 hours straight. Eddie Felson is doing great at the beginning, but it goes on for so freaking long, he just gets outdistanced by Minnesota Fats. Okay, so he loses. He feels like a loser. He picks up a chick at the train station.
Wow.
Piper Laurie. And
wow. What's her name?
Piper Laurie.
Yes. And
she is a total downer.
I know.
And really dull.
Alcoholic.
To boot. Not very interesting. And she's a great actress. I'll say this was the character, not the actress, because... Well, I'll tell you.
Tell me. Bring
it. She took a hiatus from filmmaking, came back and got an Oscar nomination for her role in Carrie right after this movie.
Absolutely.
But like 20 years later.
It's another horror movie for you folks.
Yeah, it's a horror movie. You'll be getting it.
I don't want that one.
Yeah, you do.
No, I do.
You really do. Anyway... So then,
oh wait, what are people saying?
He was fun to be around. He gets with her. He becomes no fun to be around. so much so that she kills her fucking self. And then
whoa! I hit the mouse.
And then he goes back and beats Minnesota Fats because now he has character.
Like physically beat him, like in the head.
No, he won the game of pool. Now,
well, when you said beat him,
okay, let me first ask you, why is pool a sport? If you can play this while wearing a suit and smoking and drinking liquor, is it really a sport?
You can do that in any sport. Jim Leland does it he did it for the Pirates. You got John Daly doing it on the golf course.
You're not allowed to drink liquor if you're doing NASCAR.
You can. You could.
They never let you smoke or drink in the ring in one of the two most important sports out there, All-Star Wrestling. And they also don't allow you to drink in the Parakeet Tractor Pool.
But you can drink in NASCAR. How do you think those guys get in wrecks? They've been drinking and driving.
Yeah, it's not that difficult to drive. You're just making a left-hand turn.
You're going in circles.
It's a left-hand turn. They don't even need the wheel to go all the way the other direction.
No, they got little tape marks on the wheel. Know how far they are. Their speedometers are cocked. It's not really in a sport.
Yeah, but sitting around the bar and hitting balls.
But think of how I'm having a hard time with this. Yes. How coordinated you need to be able to drink and still hit a ball into a hole.
I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people don't know this, but in my past, I was a pool shark.
Really?
By that, I mean we had a pool in our basement, and when I would play alone, I always won. When I played somebody else, I let them win.
That's a good host.
It was a good strategy. The problem I had was here I was getting them ready, and then they'd leave. And
you were setting them up.
Absolutely.
You were setting them up.
Absolutely. Now, this movie was shot in CinemaScope in black and white.
Oh, you ran
CinemaScope.
That was part of my trivia.
It's obvious. Look at how long some of these pictures up there. I had to crop them so they would fit.
I didn't know that. I didn't even know that's what that meant.
CinemaScope is gorgeous, and it's usually used for action movies and big scope type films. The other thing that's kind of neat about this is a movie that was made in, I think it's 1960 or is it 61? Okay, 61.
Get your ears.
And they have a pre-credits scene. That usually doesn't happen, and there's a reason I'm very excited about the pre-credits scene. You'll hear about that in a moment. But they didn't do that too much in the early 60s. Later, something called a cold open, which is a pre-credits scene, but has nothing to do with the rest of the movie, was popularized by the James Bond films.
I get that. Let me just ask you. Can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah.
I'm not looking for points. But when you're saying a pre-credit... when you're saying pre-credit, you're meaning they're putting up the actors and the actresses before the movie starts?
Right. Before the credits scene, there's a scene. And in this one...
What do you mean the credits scene? You mean the title of the movie? I'm serious now.
Yeah, before the title of the movie, they have that one scene where they're in the bar and they do that first...
Well, they do that.
Hustle,
they do that in my
hustle.
movie too. There's the people's names are up there beforehand, right?
No. First, it's the music that, and then they start in the city.
But I thought I saw people's names up on the screen.
No, okay.
So this is where I'm confused.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
The people's names. There's a whole sequence of the movie before the credits. Generally,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And this has got to be one of the earlier ones.
Yep,
it probably happened in the 50s, or there might have been a few. But typically, it was thought you want to start with the credit sequence.
Yep.
And the reason is, and this will play into Psycho for you later, the reason is they used to show these movies, and they would just keep playing them back to back to back.
Weeks ago. Yep.
And you wanted that in there so that you knew, now this movie's starting. Because you might have had two different movies going back and forth. So you want to know which one you're about to get into.
So people that are viewing real quick,
Yeah.
If you want to see a modern version of that, watch Big Bang Theory. They'll have a scene, and then they'll go to the credits,
Right.
and then go to the show. Correct?
Right.
There you go.
And they do that. that's really been a thing. Actually, it's a lot now that they do pre-credit scenes, and that's because they want to get you right into the action.
Makes sense.
Because
keep you hooked.
People, you watch some of these movies in particularly the early '60s that didn't do this.
Yeah.
It would go for it seemed like 5 minutes while they were doing cartoons and stuff. I remember the Pink Panther movies were always big offenders of this. It was like a little cartoons and all this stuff. And it's like, God damn it, would you just get into the movie? It just go on way too long. We're also being told by Elsno Rapido that Malcolm in the Middle has good cold opens. So.
Oh, opens.
Yeah, a cold open, the difference between a cold open and a pre-credit scene is a pre-credit scene, it could be part of the story. It's, and it continues afterwards.
So it's a cold open, like nothing?
A cold open is something unrelated. The best examples of that is all the James Bond movies. They start and they show like a little mini adventure that he did somewhere else. And then he gets called into the office of Q and he gets whatever the adventure for the movie is.
Did you see the new ones coming out October 8th, I think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not the biggest fan of Daniel Craig. I'm not.
He didn't. Now, just wait. I know we're going a little bit off topic here, but didn't he suck you in Casino Royale?
Okay, first of all, I'm not going to say that he sucked me off like that.
I didn't say it. Sucked you in.
I can't believe you said that. It's very offensive.
He drew me in on Casino Royale. Are you kidding me?
I didn't really like Casino Royale.
You didn't?
No.
Wow.
Because they changed the character of James Bond from a sophisticated spy into a thug. And I felt like we already had a lot of thugs. I also felt it was kind of derivative of Bourne Identity. It kind of went very Bourne Identity.
Yeah, I kind of see that, but...
Which James Bond had its own thing. The other thing is, this is a really unpopular opinion, I thought Pierce Brosnan was still doing all right. I did. I thought he was okay.
But
I was really mad when... they got rid of Timothy Dalton because I believe those are two of the best movies.
No. So anyway, really?
Yeah.
So I'm
a huge fan of those two Bond movies.
Here's what I thought about.
And George Lazenby's I'm a big fan of. Hold on, because I'm not going to let that go. George Lazenby's on His Majesty's Secret Service.
Wait, let me put on the waiter.
My second favorite Bond movie. My favorite is The Spy Who Loved Me, but the second favorite is Her Majesty's Secret Service because Emma Peel is in there, and the stunt work is freaking phenomenal.
Well,
unbelievable.
I'll have to watch that one again.
We'll have to watch that on a 120-inch theater at some point.
So, is your mom? Are you winking because your mom's coming too?
No, that's my brother.
So anyway,
now knows.
Now listen to this though. But wait. So this is what I thought about the Bond series, and we'll get back to The Hustler.
Okay.
But I thought what they did with Daniel Craig is I thought that it was like putting on those pads. Like he had to to jumpstart. They had to jumpstart the Bond series. They had to really come at it pretty hard. And I think they did that with him.
Don't fix it if it's not broke. Is my opinion.
Well, then why are they gonna have a female Bond coming up next?
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's kind of dumb. You already have
I don't like that either.
You have Atomic Blonde if you want to go watch yourself some female.
That's my point.
Thank you.
James Bond is one of a genre.
Yep.
Leave James Bond, Bond,
you're right.
and the other stuff. And I felt.
Thank you. We're on the same page with that. Good.
Oh, thank God we got there. Okay.
Wait, what show were you watching this week? The Hustler.
Okay, so we finally get.
She killed herself. He beat Minnesota Fats. Where are you at?
Yeah, George C. Scott then talks about staking Felsen. I don't even know George C. Scott's character name is Biff or something.
No, it's not. I'll tell you because I watch this.
Biff.
Because I know everything.
Yeah, go ahead and open up the IMDb.
I'm not opening up anything. I know everything.
Oh, that's
His name is Bert. Bert Gordon.
Bert Gordon.
Just like Gordon is George, so that's the way to remember that.
Gordon was a character in Sesame Street, and Bert is a character in Sesame Street.
There you go.
That makes Minnesota Fats Ernie. I think we found a connection.
Whatever.
But George C. Scott is very good in this movie.
He is.
and he's kind of like the bad guy in the background. He's kind of like an Iago type of character.
What? What's Iago?
Kind of the villain that you don't see coming, and he's just kind of like a plotter and all that. Now, what happens is he says to George C. Scott, "I'm not going to work for you because you want too much." It's something like, what was it, 75%? It was high.
Yeah.
So then he goes out and he starts hustling, and he gets on the wrong side of a bunch of guys. They're like, "You're a pool shark. We're gonna screw you up," and it was only over $200, which is good because
what's $200 now today?
I don't know that. You probably looked it up.
I didn't.
Okay. Well, about $10,000 is what he won in the first scene. So this was good money, but it wasn't, it wasn't a ton. But he gets the shit knocked out of him, and there's this great shot. Instead of showing him getting punched and all this, you just see him pushed up against one of those smoked glass windows, and you hear the sound effects of his thumbs being broken.
Yep. Yes,
and
you do. Yeah.
Then for like the next 20 minutes in the movie, he's a klutz, and he's all thumbs. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. But then he decides to go back to Scott, and he says, "Hey, I'm willing to work for you." And that's when his girlfriend says, "Oh my God, I'm going to lose this guy to the game of pool," which he absolutely was going to do. That was never going to happen, because every sports movie, as I've pointed out, is either about drugs or it's unbelievably depressing, which of course this one was as well.
It was a depressing
movie.
I'm sorry for doing that to you, but yes, it was depressing. But you need this in order to see the sequel,
The Color of Money, which I've actually seen both of these movies before. Yeah.
You saw this before too?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm a student of film. I watch a lot of movies.
But
now this movie, again, the cinema, the way the camera shots are put together, the crispness of the black and white. It's a joy to watch, except for about Act 2. Everything with Piper Laurie, they could have cut that whole story out. It would have been beautiful. In fact, that movie did get made. And it was called, well, I can't remember if I'm using it in trivia, so I'll reveal it later. Hold on, let me check my trivia. Look away.
I'm looking away. I'm looking away. You can see.
Okay, I don't have it in there. So, now what did I do? Okay, in the classic Twilight Zone, you've heard of Twilight Zone, right? Yes. Okay, good. In there was an episode called A Game of Pool.
Yes, okay. And I know Jack Klugman's in that. I know the whole thing about.
And Jonathan Winters.
Yep.
And that basically does Hustler, except for they don't have the girlfriend business. And it's all about, can he beat the legend? Which is a lot like, what is it, Rocky 5 or Rocky 6, where they're saying, could Rocky beat Muhammad Ali and all this stuff? And people still do this to this day. They do. Right? They say, is this guy the greatest of all time?
Yeah.
Now that's an acronym. GOAT.
GOAT. You're right. What was that?
That was a goat calling sound. Back when I used to be on a farm in 1826, I used to call. I
was on a farm.
Vampires live forever, dude. When I was on the farm, I used to call the goats at night just before closing time. I would not. That
sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Impolite.
Isn't that pretty good?
Kind of sounds like that.
No, it doesn't.
All right. Now it's time for my favorite part of my reviews.
No,
hold on.
Can I say something? You didn't even mention about George C. Scott. He was up for Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
But he said, I don't want that, because he didn't want to compete against another person from the same movie up for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, and George C. Scott had I think he didn't take his Academy Award for Patton either.
No, he sent a Native American up there to accept it for him.
So George C. Scott's kind of a weird guy.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes, sir.
So of all these awards for the Academy Awards, The Hustler was the only film to produce a nominee for the Best Actor and the Best Actress that year.
Okay.
Neither one of them won it, but I just want to add that.
Well, I think Paul Newman is on the record saying they cut my best scene.
They did.
And
they did.
That's why he didn't get it.
Yeah, well, we can always say that. I can say a lot of things.
Hey, this is...
I know.
Happens to me all the time.
But
we don't get podcast awards because they don't watch on
we're going to get one. But anyways,
it's coming.
Anyways, but he does get the Best Actor for Color of Money.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Bring it.
Your favorite part? Where the hell did it go?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get an award.
There it goes.
We're gonna get an award, all right.
It was supposed to. Jeez. I build it up, and of course, okay. The horror movie connections. Are you ready? Do you think there were any?
I'm sure there were. If you know what, you wouldn't put it up there if it wasn't.
Okay.
It's more me to ask if I think I had anything.
A number of these I knew without even looking up.
Really?
Like Piper Laurie being in Carrie, I knew that because. I mean, anybody that's a horror fan of that time, you know that Piper Laurie played the mom in Carrie and that she got an award. The other one I knew right off the bat, and I'm sure you know which one I would know right off the bat, was Marie Hamilton, who is the mayor in Jaws and Jaws 2.
Oh, yeah!
He's the Southern gentleman that's...
He's got some great suits.
Yes.
Anchors away.
Yep. And then George C. Scott, of course, I knew because he was in Exorcist 3 Legion, which has the best jump scare of all time. Is in that movie? Exorcist 3.
I don't want that.
Legion. I'm not going to do that one to you. That would probably scare you too much. But George C. Scott also was in the movie The Changeling, which is an extremely good ghost movie. Okay, so what else did I had forgotten though? Piper Laurie was also in Dinar Kuntz's Intensity, which is was actually a little TV miniseries, but really good.
Okay.
Dinar Kuntz is kind of the other name that people talk about when they talk about Stephen King.
Yeah. He writes some books, doesn't he?
He writes a lot of books, a lot of thick frickin' books.
Kontz, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. She is also in The Faculty, which that movie is probably in your future. That's a good one.
I bring it.
It's a lot of fun.
Is she the teacher, principal?
I'm not going to give anything away.
Do I have to go bang some erasers?
I'm going to just leave that go. I'm leaving it go. But another one that I remembered right off the top of my head was, remember I talked to you about the pre-credits scene?
Yes.
They're at the bar, and remember there's the bartender. Looks interesting, like you might have seen him before.
Yeah.
He's a famous character actor by the name of Vincent Gardenia. And he was in the Little Shop of Horrors musical that Frank Oz did.
With Dean Martin?
No. Little Shop of Horrors with Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Steve Martin.
Thank you.
You said Dean Martin.
Yeah, same thing. They're his brother or sister, whatever. Nephew. No, I made a mistake.
People often ask me why I stopped killing people.
I made a mistake. Steve Martin. You know, the guy with the arrow between his head? Yeah, I got it.
He's a dentist.
Sorry. Yeah.
And then Michael Constantine, who...
His name sounds like constipated.
He's a guy, he's a tall guy. He's very Greek looking, and he was called like Big John, I think, in the movie. He has been in all the Greek wedding movies, but he's done a lot of horror. He's been in the TV, or the movie, I should say, Thinner, which is based on another Stephen King novel. But he wrote that one as Richard Bachman. That's a whole other story. He was in Friday the 13th, the series. Ugh. He was in Night Gallery, Outer Limits. He was in the original Twilight Zone run, not the 1985, but the 64. And he was in one of the greatest anthology series that nobody's ever seen of horror, Dark Room.
I've seen that.
You have not seen Dark Room.
I'm down with Dark Room.
With Lee Marvin.
Yeah.
Okay, it has James Coburn. Anyway, fell for it.
Oh, I saw Dark Room Part 2.
Yeah,
The Deuce.
It is excellent. It does also have one episode that has Billy Crystal in it before he was a star. Yeah,
really,
very interesting show. And I think it's available on Peacock or NBC. I can't remember which, but if you get a chance, that's one to watch. So those are my horror movie connections. It's time for me to give you a score. Now,
I know what you should give this, but we'll see what you give it.
All right. I love the photography. I love the beginning. I love most of the ending.
Wait. Keep talking.
He's writing down what he's guessing.
Keep talking.
It's entertaining in those sections, but they needed to cut out the middle as far as I was concerned. I can only give it a 6.
Oh!
What did you give it?
I gave it a 7.
Yeah. I do like it. I do like the movie, but it's more of an academic liking it than actually enjoying the film itself.
Guess I'm giving Psycho a 5.
I even gave you a point so you wouldn't have to do that.
Anyways, go for it.
Because we know that Jeff, on the regular...
No.
He changes
that
the
shit ain't even true. They ain't even close to being true. Hey, we're in awards.
Oh, I got him to swear. Oh, that's bonus points for me.
No!
All right.
No points. No points.
Okay. Jeff...
We're in OT.
Tell me... Oh, you know what?
We got
to do the merch and everything,
we got
too.
a lot of stuff to do.
Holy crap. Why do you let me do this? Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
There it is.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. We're not going to do the overtime. What we're going to do is this. You've heard all about this fancy new Air Jordan. Available now at Herman's. Well, that's not the only thing at Herman's.
Let's make some merch money.
The fabulous new Air Jordan shoes can improve your performance on the basketball court. But when you're not on the basketball court, how do you improve your performance everywhere else? That's right, with Dead on the Bases merch. We can beat that $64.99 for only 3 simple payments of $21.66. You can get this fabulous shirt. Get your Dead on the Bases merch right now. And you can...
Open it up Muskego style!
Tim, that's way too expensive.
I think that's the actual cost.
We'll autograph it. And
we'll do it
up.
at cost.
You know what? We're going to take pictures.
You know, if you want one of these, by the way, the best way is to email the show.
My mailbox is full. I have to clean it out tonight.
He's Jeff at otherworldlyculture.com. I'm Tim at otherworldlyculture.com.
Yeah, that's what we call ourselves.
He's the master of merch. He's the cheerleader. I'm the fear leader.
There you go.
Did you say that? You know what else is coming up?
What? Oh, I know. Horror. Look,
now,
49 days.
We're now at 49 days.
49.
The clock is ticking.
I'm happy to see that 49 because at 49, that was my bus number going to school here at Test Corner School in Muskego.
Your bus number.
It was. I had a little sign that I wore that said bus number 49.
Why were you wearing numbers on your bust?
I took this little bus around my head with some yard and said 49, whatever. But you know what the thing of it was is I didn't even need to get on a bus because my mom picked me up, so I don't even know why I wore the stupid thing. I don't even know.
What?
But anyways,
just happened?
Look at this. Tim, we are not going to win any awards.
I know. That's supposed to go. Why is it not going? There, it's flashing.
Wow.
I don't know what just happened. We are going to be working on that one after the show.
Are we really?
Yeah, I'm not happy right now. That doesn't make any freaking sense. Anyway.
So back over to my movie or no?
Yeah, let's. You know what? I think people want to hear about your movie.
Psycho.
You
know what?
First we do that, of course.
There we go. They know who I am. You know, a sports fan, and then I get to Psycho.
All right.
So ahead. Psycho is this 1960 movie by Alfred Hitchcock, and it is a classic. This movie is a classic because when you watch it, you'll just know it from the shots that are taken, and the things that Alfred Hitchcock does in this movie are really awesome because it's not like Okay, so I'm going to use The Collector because I hated The Collector.
The Collector.
Collector.
Yeah. Say
Everything
it right, by God's sakes.
Everything was right there in front of you. I mean, like, in your face, this is what's happening. With Alfred Hitchcock and his first horror movie ever, it like lets you think about things. It lets you marinate things in your head, what's going on. It's really kind of cool because it's more of a psychological type of movie where it's actually not, but it is.
Okay.
And I really like this. I mean, I'm not a fan of horror movies, but this, to me, wasn't a horror movie. So if you're not a fan of horror movies, no, but wait, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way.
I know you don't.
But this, to me, was something that I could sit through and watch and enjoy. This is something that I didn't turn away once. I didn't shut my eyes once.
Yeah.
I didn't have to cuddle with Tango, my dog, once. I was able to take the whole movie and the whole.
You didn't want to cuddle with Tango when you got to see Janet Leigh in her bra a couple of times?
Now, let me bring up about Janet Leigh real quick before we get into any more. This is kind of cool because if you didn't know this, but I'm going to tell you this, and then you go and watch Psycho.
Ooh, here it comes.
You know what I'm going to say, don't you? So originally, when she's like shacking up with this guy in a motel in the beginning.
Sam Loomis.
Yep. Is that his name in the movie?
I'm pretty sure.
No, you're right at that, but I didn't know his real name. So yeah, John Gavin.
John Gavin, yeah.
So they're hitting it, but you don't see this. You just have to assume it. But the thing of it is that she's fully clothed to the point where she's got a bra on, okay?
Yeah.
She's got underwear stuff on too.
Yeah.
But so you don't see anything. But she has this bra on, and it's white. Because at this point she's very angelic and very innocent, okay? Even though, and the thing of it is I'm watching this movie. So wait, I gotta go down a couple different roads. So when I'm watching this movie and I'm like, wait, they're shacking up in a hotel.
Oh, hold on just a moment. Everybody, today's episode's gonna go over. Okay, go ahead.
So now
programming.
So when they're in this hotel room, right? And I'm like, okay, so he's probably not supposed to be here. Blah blah blah. She's not married. All of a sudden, I find out he's got an ex-wife. So I'm like, why are they shacking up in a hotel room? This makes no sense. They're trying to make everything seem so secretive. But anyways, so she's got a white bra on, right?
Yeah.
But later in the movie, after all the stuff goes down, she has a black bra on. That's to kind of say, angel, devil. See the devil. So she goes from angel to devil.
The devil.
Yeah, Sin City. Hey, if you're out there in Las Vegas, go to Sin City Brewing. They got great beer.
Okay.
Okay, so back to work. So, but there's a few things that confuse me about this, Tim. So help me get through this without giving it all away.
Sure.
Because I'll give it away, but just give it away now.
Now.
You know that song. So anyways, so get this. All right. So what I don't get, but I kind of figured it out. No, I kind of figured it out, but it still kind of confuses me. So this guy's like, yeah, I got to pay alimony and blah, blah, blah. I want you to be with me, whatever.
Right.
So she goes to work. Yeah. Some guy's going to buy a house for his daughter for $40,000, which in today's money is like $368,000.
$354,386, because I knew you would look it up.
Anyways, so I rounded it up.
Yeah.
So anyways, but then she takes that money. I was blown away at this. I'm like, why is she taking this money? Because, well, then I figured it out, right? Because she wanted to be with him. But she shows, but this is what pisses me off a little bit. Okay. Because she shows no signs of being that person. She worked for this guy for 10 years, straight shooter. They give her no backstory as being someone that'd be corrupt. So
do you remember how that gets explained? It
No.
does get explained by a line of dialogue.
Well, fill me in.
Norman and she
Well,
are having a conversation
yeah.
in the lobby or the parlor.
Parlor.
Right? The parlor.
Here with the birds.
Yeah. And he says, well, I think we all go a little mad sometimes.
Yeah, I heard that, but
that's supposed to be the line that you connect to.
But
she went a little bit crazy and decided to steal the money.
Okay, so all right, so I can roll with that. I can roll with that.
Yeah.
Explain this one to me, Tim.
Okay.
So she gets in her car. She's driving away. Her boss sees her. All right.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, "Fuck." So she's driving. Oh, she's driving, but she's getting bleary-eyed and tired. She pulls along the side of the road. She falls asleep.
Yes.
Now a cop comes by.
These things happen.
Hey, what's going on? She's like, I fell asleep. I'm gonna drive. But he follows her, right? He follows her, right?
He follows her.
Right?
Yes.
But so tell me, what is his purpose when he sees her trading her car for a different car? What was that purpose of him following her to the car dealership?
That was to keep her nervous.
Right, but he doesn't show up again, so it makes no sense. It makes no sense in the movie.
This was all the whole beginning of this movie is misdirection.
I get that.
Here, look over here, bam, this just happened. That's the whole beginning of the movie.
So looking at this cop, so what happened there was bam.
Right. Because
I'm serious.
This is the first movie where Alfred Hitchcock told movie exhibitors, do not let anybody in after the credits.
Uh-huh.
The reason is it would spoil the second half of the movie. It would screw it up completely. The reason the shower scene is as shocking as it is because you don't see it coming.
Right.
Boom. All of a sudden, what the hell?
Because you said before, we even talked even last week, that they used to have movies that would run continuously.
Right.
So they didn't do... Alfred Hitchcock actually had a cutout in the lobby when this movie came out, and they would say over the loudspeaker, 10 minutes of psycho time, 5 minutes of psycho time, and count it down. So I get that.
Psycho time.
But that's what they said, psycho time, right? So maybe the reason why the cop was there is
to say that every time I arrive somewhere.
I thought you were going to say it when I get here. But so I'm thinking that, okay, very funny. So I'm thinking the cop was there to kind of put in her head that she could go to a hotel on the way, whatever, and that's why she ends up at the Bates Motel.
Well, okay. The reason for the cop, the reason for a lot of that stuff, you remember when she's driving, she hears all these voices, like her boss saying, oh my God, she stole it, and the cop is putting it together with the car dealer.
Yeah.
This is all her having second thoughts. This is all about eliciting that she has second thoughts. Because by the time the shower scene happens, you're pretty sure that she's going to just take it back and say, I went a little bit mad.
So I was thinking about that because she did the math and all that on the piece of paper and she flushed it down the toilet.
Yeah.
But now let's get into Norman. Freaking
Norman.
Anthony Perkins is awesome in this. Yeah. And I mean,
this is the role of his life.
That's easy for me to say because like you said, it's the role of his life. He's been stereotyped as that going forward. But to hear that he was supposed to be a short, stocky guy in the book, whatever the book that, right? But they made him a handsome, thin, tall guy, and
kind of stringy, a stringy type of guy.
I'll tell you what. When I was watching this, I'm like, he played that role so well. I mean, I actually believe that he's an innkeeper, letting somebody come in and all. I mean, he was very, very, very believable. And I know I'm watching a movie, but he played that role like he was an innkeeper, and they said, "Here, play this role in this movie," and it was like no scenes. He played that role awesome. I really do.
Yeah,
I think he played it awesome.
He was great. And Janet Leigh, I don't know if you know this because I know it wasn't on the IMDb. Do you know who she's the mother of?
Yeah.
Who?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's correct.
Who was in Halloween.
And she's considered the first modern scream queen because she was in Halloween, Prom Night, and shoot. I usually remember the third one. There's a third one that she was also in. Right, not Gremlins. But thank you for throwing Gremlins out there. Terror Train.
Yes, I saw Terror Train.
Terror Train.
I only saw parts of it. But wait, who is Janet Leigh the daughter of?
Her mother and father.
Vivian Leigh, who was in Song of the South.
Oh,
or not? Not Song of the South. Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind. Was she really Vivian Leigh? I didn't know that.
Come on, man. Connect the dots.
I did not know that.
A to B to C.
I did not know that. Good job.
Does that give me a point?
No.
No, wait. I'm reviewing this movie.
Yeah, but
you were going to go down the road again.
No.
So then...
You're reviewing this movie.
I am. So where was I? No, I know. So, who's the guy? Anthony Perkins. Anthony Perkins.
Tony! Because I'm a good friend.
Yeah, thank you.
Tony.
Anthony... No. Oh, I get it. Anthony is short for Tony. I mean, Tony's short for Anthony.
Yeah, it's kind of like Margaret and Peggy. Go on.
I was told never to say that again.
Go on.
So, Anthony Perkins plays a great role.
Yes.
He starts... And, I got to tell you something else. Listen to this. This is a little sidebar.
That's the name of our show. We should change it to sidebar.
I've never seen this movie before, but I know that... I'm not giving it... That Anthony Perkins, Norman, is the one who kills her, right? I do.
Right.
But it was fun because my wife seems to always know how these movies are going to end. She had no freaking clue. She thought the mom was alive the whole time.
I'm going to tell you something.
I wish I wouldn't have known the answer.
I read the book.
Yeah.
As well.
My wife didn't read.
This movie follows the book very well, but I think it hides that fact better than the book.
They did a good job, and with me knowing that was pretty cool. How he was going to take her down to the cellar, and you hear the voices, so he's picking her up this corpse, and they did a really good job.
It's kind of like the voice you do of Tango, which sounds a little like this. Hi everybody, I'm Tango.
Tango's awesome.
That's the voice.
We gotta put a
Jeff
picture of Tango up sometime. But Tango's awesome. So what happens is, so he kills her, whatever, and then people. Oh, we gotta bring up about the stripper. What's her name? There was a stripper that was the body double for Janet Leigh.
Oh yeah, I don't remember her name, but she was the one that when they pull her dead body out of the tub, it's her body.
No, it's also her in the shower when they're killing her.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh yeah, I do my research.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to strippers.
Yeah.
She was a stripper from Texas. It actually took them a week to make that scene. It was 58 shots and 72 cuts or something like that.
72 cuts in 45 seconds.
There's actually
right round.
There's actually a movie about that, so go and watch that movie. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen it, but it's cool.
I tell people, honestly, there is a movie called Hitchcock that is all about the making of Psycho, and pretty well that's the only thing it's about, and it's excellent. It's absolutely excellent.
Well, I haven't seen it. But, so, he kills her. So now, everybody's like, where is she? Where is she? She didn't show up for work. Then the sister gets involved, and she's like, where is she? Where is she? Nobody knows. And then they think that they're going to go to see John Gavin, who she was hooking up with, who was single, even though he was playing it off like he was married, but he wasn't. He doesn't know where she's at. So they get a private investigator. He tries to find him. Can I say what happens to him? No.
Sure.
He dies. And then...
Dun, dun, dun. How does he die? Well, you might as well tell.
Well, he's going up the stairs. Yeah. And then Norman Bates, dressed up like his mother, comes out and kills him.
But what happens then? There is this incredible shot of him going
falling backward. It's a lot like Die Hard.
Awesome.
It's a lot like Die Hard, where Hans is falling off the Nakatomi Tower.
Yeah.
Nakatomi Tower.
Actually,
can I say something?
That particular effect, Alfred Hitchcock used in the movie Saboteur as well, where a terrorist is thrown off of the Statue of Liberty, if memory serves. And the guy that played the terrorist ended up being the grandfatherly doctor on St. Elsewhere that everybody loves, but he was a terrorist as a young man in an Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Alfred Hitchcock was actually ill. He was sick when they shot that scene of the detective.
Arbogast
getting
killed.
And he came back, he said, it kind of looks like Arbogast is going up there to kill somebody, so let's reshoot it. But he was happy with the effect of him falling. He was just not happy with him going up the stairs. You're impressed right now, aren't you?
I am.
I'm fucking
And
impressed.
Arbogast is played by Martin Balsam, who's a famous character actor of the time.
Hey, what does that mean? Character. I was going to ask you.
Character actor means he is not a lead. You know, he's not the good-looking, really, because you take one look at Sam Loomis, John Gavin. You go, this is a lead. You know, he's got a booming voice, and he's a tough guy.
Like Cary Grant.
That was the 50s. Martin Balsam is one of those guys that he's got a smaller part, but as soon as you see him, you kind of know who he is. And if you remember where they introduce Arbogast, they have his face is like all that covers the whole thing, and you're like, this guy knows what's going on. This guy knows, and he did his job. There's certain actors. There's certain actors that as soon as they come on the screen, you go, oh, that's a cowboy. Or you go, oh, that's an accountant. Oh, that's the boss that always gets mad and yells at people. You just know that's what Martin Balsam was.
William Macy. H. Macy. He's a character actor, right?
Yes, very much so. And he's always kind of the meek and mild type guy that says stuff, and he's just kind of quiet and understated. He would never play a raging, type of guy.
So Norman Bates is a very appealing person. I mean, he really draws you and he makes you like him in a way.
Well, like most killers.
Right. He makes you like, Michael Myers I don't like him.
You'll get to meet him.
No. So anyways, so everybody's in the swamp, whatever, and then somehow that's what happens. So then, what's her name? Janet Leigh. Yep. Yeah. Marion Claire. Her daughter comes up, and they're like, hey, we gotta figure out what's going on.
By the way,
yeah,
Janet Leigh.
Yeah.
I just looked in our chat room.
DMV.
And Solobet looked this up. When she Googled Janet Leigh, the first suggested search is Janet Vivian Leigh related. The answer is nope.
What?
In fact, Leigh was born Jeanette Morrison, despite the fact that people were concerned that the screen name was too close to Vivian Leigh's.
I've been hornswoggled.
You've been hornswoggled?
I've been hornswoggled.
You want to hear one I bet that you fell for, too?
What?
Did you read anything that said that in the 75 cuts of the movie that you never see the knife penetrate the body? That you never actually see the knife go in? There is 3 frames.
Oh my God, 3 frames.
Well, people have studied this movie.
I have a feeling. Yeah. Because it is a classic. It is a fantastic movie.
Unbelievable. But there is 3 frames of the knife going into the body. I can show you it. Well, I'll show you it.
No, is it into her or into him?
Into her.
Really?
The knife going into her, I would say her stomach area.
Really?
Yeah.
Into the stripper's stomach. Because there was a stripper in there that got cut up.
Well, thank God you knew about the stripper.
Well, how would I not?
We were all
Tim,
wondering.
how long have you known me? You know that. Come on.
We were all wondering.
So karaoke. So anyways, back to this show right here.
Yeah.
So eventually Perkins gets caught, whatever. Mm-hmm. But the part that I didn't like, I didn't like the very, very end. Well, not the
Morris the Explainer?
Yes.
Where they explain absolutely everything that happened.
It was like, okay, Jeff, you're 2 years old. I'm going to explain 2 + 2 = 4. I didn't like it.
I'm with you. They felt they needed to give that. I think they told too much.
They could have found a different way to do it.
Yes.
They could have found.
I agree.
Anthony Perkins at the end is very haunting.
Didn't you feel, even though it was a movie that was made, 50 years ago or so, or 60, right?
1960.
Yeah. Didn't you get the chills?
I did.
When you're watching it,
I really did.
Ooh, that's creepy.
So
that's creepy,
So to be honest with you, they have a Psycho 2, a 3, and a 4.
Yep.
And I'm
Psycho
curious.
2 was written by the guy that wrote Child's Play and Fright Night, which you liked.
I kind of liked it.
But
I'm curious how they spin this. So, because he's in it, I think Janet Leigh's in it also, right?
No.
No, she's in a flashback. She's in a flashback.
Leigh. Oh, my God. Vera Miles is in it.
Janet Leigh's in it in a flashback.
Right.
Vera so I kind of want to see that. So kind of mark that down for me.
Okay.
Now, wait. There's some sports connections.
There are?
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. Hold on. I didn't hear
I kind of think there are, but I kind of think they're not. Okay. So Anthony Perkins was in a movie called The Bang the Drum Slowly.
Okay.
He was in that.
With James Caan, I think.
No, maybe, but Robert De Niro's in it also.
Okay. All right.
There's another one in here, and I had it prepared in my head, but I've lost it. So
what about this? Norman Bates is obviously a sportsman. He's stuffing birds all the time.
That's a taxidermy, you bet.
Right.
And you know what? And those birds, that was because the next movie that Alfred Hitchcock made was
The Birds.
That's right. So he was a little precursor to that. Alfred Hitchcock is he was a smart guy. He really I got something else.
Okay.
I got something else.
Okay.
So thank you. So because this is important. People are gonna want to listen to this because you may not have known this.
They weren't listening until just now.
So Alfred Hitchcock, in all of his movies, he does a cameo.
Right.
Right? So he's in there somewhere.
Yes.
So in this one, he's in towards the beginning because he didn't want people to get fixated and look for him.
Right.
But what he originally planned was he was going to be in the shower with Janet Leigh when Norman Bates comes to knife her. But he didn't feel like the sexual part of that would have been good at the time of the movie was made. So Alfred Hitchcock was not in the shower scene. He decided to be in the beginning of the movie.
Nobody believes this.
That's the truth. Look at IMDb. Why?
I don't believe you.
He did. He was.
This is more phony than.
He was gonna wear shorts, but he was gonna be in the shower with her.
No.
Washing her back.
No, that's not
profusely.
Even a thing. All right, give me a score. Damn it.
You know what? I did like this movie. If for a person who doesn't like horror movies, I really did like this. I got to give it an 8.
I think that's a fair score.
Thank you.
I think it's a fair score because I do think the ending goes on way too long.
And if Alfred would have been in the shower with her, I could have given it a 9.
Yeah, that was something that was going to happen. Hey, you know what time it is?
It's the truth.
You know what time it is?
No.
You don't?
Trivia time.
Haven't you ever done this show before?
A couple times.
There it goes. Thank God something worked today.
I know, no kidding. Right?
I'm working like a dog over here.
Oh, who let the dogs out? Is Peggy and Tracy, have they been checked in yet or no?
I'm running a show over here. I'm not just doing these things. Are you going first or am I?
P&T, are you there?
Are you going to explain this?
I'm going to tell you to go first because I got
Okay, I'm going to explain
this. You used the CinemaScope one,
I'm going to
explain.
Okay, I'm going to explain this. What I do is I say 3 statements.
I do too.
And one of them is going to be false. Jeff tries to guess which one is false, and then he'll do the same to me. Okay, and I'm going to be talking about Psycho.
So it's 3 and 1. Oh, wait a second. Am I supposed to do about the movie I watched or the movie you watched?
Oh my God, you do this every time. Nobody's falling for it anymore. You're doing yours on Hustler. I'm doing mine on Psycho.
Hitchcock was supposed to be in the shower. Go ahead. Let's go.
Here's the first one. At one point, Jimmy Stewart was considered for the role of Norman Bates.
Wait, Jimmy Stewart? Or Jimmy Durante? Wait,
no,
which one was the big nose?
Jimmy Stewart. Not
Jimmy
the
guy from A Wonderful Life? All right, go ahead.
It's A Wonderful Life. Well, he was older.
As who is? Norman Bates or the cop?
As Norman Bates.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Go ahead.
Older man.
Yeah.
Letter B, Robert Bloch wrote this film in essence about Ed Gein.
You're making
He
shit up.
also wrote American Gothic, which was about H.H. Holmes, and Night of the Ripper, which was about Jack the Ripper. Okay. Letter C, Janet Leigh had no issues with Hitch during the filming of this movie, but Tippi Hedren, who made The Birds with him later, and Marnie, had so many issues she brought charges against him and many allegations of inappropriate work practices, and she kind of in essence got blackballed.
Okay.
And didn't get to work in Hollywood much anymore.
Okay.
So which one is false?
Honestly, Tim, I'm not trying to be funny, but I thought it's supposed to be 3 truths and 1 lie.
No, it's 2 true, 1 lie.
That makes it even easier for me.
2 true, 1 lie.
All right, so let's go through it again.
So
Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Durante would have been an interesting take. No, James Stewart.
Uh-huh.
And then Robert Bloch has written novels. Psycho was in essence about Ed Gein. American Gothic, that was about H.H. Holmes, another serial killer.
Yeah, I knew that.
And Night of the Ripper, about Jack the Ripper.
Okay.
And then C, Janet Leigh wasn't sexually harassed by Hitch, but Tippi Hedren was.
All right, so I know that Hitch used to call Anthony Perkins Master Bater during Master Bates. He used to call it Master Bates. He used to call it Master Bates.
Okay.
So that sounds like he could do some of that sexual shit. So I'm going to say, but I don't know. So I'm going to say Janet Leigh was cool. So she's going to be like, nah, I don't care. Whatever. I need the money. And then, let's see. So then, the one about H.H. Holmes, I mean, Ed Gein wore people's faces in that, but...
Just pick one.
No, just give me a second. I got to work this out. Ed Gein wore people's faces, but Norman Bates didn't. But Norman Bates, he kept a corpse, for God's sake. So, and then the first one, Jimmy Stewart, my God, as Norman Bates.
Keep in mind, Piper Laurie was actually thought of for the role that Janet Leigh took.
Yeah, I know, but that's in mine.
Same time.
Don't even do that.
Yeah, okay.
It's not though. But anyways, I'm gonna go A is false. False.
A is false? You're sure?
I'm going A. Come on, baby. One time. Yes! That's what I'm talking
Jeff
about.
is right.
Yes. That's what happens when you talk these things out.
Okay.
Janet Lee didn't give a
Good for
shit
you.
about sexual harassment. I'm just saying that right now.
That's not the case. Please don't hit things so hard.
I hit
think
this.
you disconnected something.
No, we're still
Stop
on.
it. Literally, something shook loose. Okay, keep going. Keep
That's what
going.
She said. That's what she said.
I don't have that button on this one.
Ah, come on. You're
Sorry.
getting upset, aren't you?
Let's go. We are so over time.
That's
already.
okay. People think we're adorable. All right.
The show gets longer every week. Go.
In the Kentucky Derby scene, do you remember that? Do you remember the Kentucky Derby scene in the Hustler?
I don't remember it.
Okay. A horse was announced by the name of Stroke of Luck, which was one of the titles possibly of the movie.
Okay.
All right. They can't use a cinescope. So there was a misconception in this movie that Minnesota Fats was based on the real Minnesota Fats. So the real Minnesota Fats was originally named New York Fats. He changed his name to Minnesota Fats after the movie.
Okay.
And the third one is Willie Moscone was indeed the technical director for The Hustler. But at age 72, he was not able to coach or technical direct Tom Cruise in The Color of Money, 1986.
Okay, he was 72 then. I was about to say in Hustler, I know he wasn't 72 yet.
Did you see him in the poster behind when they were showing it?
Yeah, and he grabs the money off of the felt at the beginning. I know
Kentucky
that.
Derby.
Okay, Kentucky Derby, but what was the name of the horse?
Stroke of Luck.
I think that was one of the names that they were looking at for this, but I can't recall because the book was named Hustler. And I thought that they didn't like the name The Hustler for some reason and tried other names. But okay, go on.
Minnesota Fats actually changed his name from New York Fats to Minnesota Fats after the movie.
I know there wasn't a real Minnesota Fats and somebody grabbed the name, but I don't know if it was New York Fats. So
I wouldn't be that specific.
I'm leaning in that direction.
I wouldn't be like,
yes, you would.
No, I told you I wouldn't do that again.
He does this so that he screws me out of my points.
And Moscone was indeed the technical director for The Hustler.
Well, he wasn't a director; he was an advisor.
Technical advisor.
But you wouldn't get that right, so that I can't.
He was a technical advisor for The Hustler, but not The Color of Money.
See, that's the one that's drawing me. I'm gonna just go with C.
Wait, what?
It being false.
Yeah, you're
C
right.
is false.
That's enough of this shit.
Was it?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
because
cool.
he did do some work on The Color of Money. He helped Tom Cruise.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't sure.
I know.
Okay.
But wait, let's make the story straight here. I'm not going to do something like New York, New Jersey, or that. It's going to be a black and white answer. No.
I know that drives you crazy, so I'm going to keep doing that because that's what I do. You knew that. You knew that. All right, time to go to the scoreboard.
Who's winning?
Well, that's what we're going to find out here.
Oh, I got an extra point. Look at that.
You got your extra point. So
wow,
you
20.
got yours correct, so you're going to have 6 there. And I got mine correct. That's 5. Now, you were an 8 in the horror movie. And I think I gave you a 6.
You did.
On sports. Man, that's close. Look at that. We're still at 31.
Yeah.
You know, these are the highest scoring baseball games of all time. There is no defense being played.
No
defense.
Not at all. Pitchers suck.
They're all on the juice. Hey, you know what, folks? This isn't our last episode because we're only in the 3rd inning.
I hope that this would be the last one. People love our show.
I hope so, too.
Horror Realm. Did we put that up yet?
Yes, we did.
We're going to be there. We're going to have merchandise there. Come out to Pittsburgh.
Why is that up?
November 19th to the 21st. Come on out. Come one, come all.
I don't know what just happened.
What? We're white.
I know.
We're in color.
It wasn't supposed to be.
That's what she said.
All right, coming next week.
That's what she said.
Why is it doing that? Come on. There we go. Next week we're gonna have.
I
assigned to you Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Why?
Which you're gonna love.
Why would you? Why?
You're gonna love this movie. It's kind of a love story.
You said that about the MF Collector. I swear to God, Tim, if this turns out to be like the Collector, I'm gonna be pissed.
Are you? Okay.
I will be. If this is gonna be like, this is gonna be like Tremors. This is gonna be like Tremors. I'll be fine.
I can't say that.
Is it gonna be like Tremors? Tremors?
I'm not gonna say that.
Is it gonna be like Death Day? Happy Death Day?
I think it's got more in common with that.
What do you have coming up? Wait, where'd you go?
I found the button for this.
Finally.
There we go.
You have Diggstown. Diggstown is a fantastic movie. It's a great James Wood movie. A great.
Why did it do that again? Go ahead.
I was gonna say.
I'm so mad right now.
I was gonna say Christopher Glover, but it's Louis Gossett Jr.
Right.
So you have James Wood. Look at that, James Wood and Louis Gossett Jr. This is a really good movie.
Yeah. And it's in black and white again. You tell me.
It's awesome. But Diggstown is one of the greatest movies that I've ever watched. Yes, I
You might be overselling this.
I am. Okay. So it's a really good movie. Let's just put it that way. If this would be on TV, I would just tune in wherever it is and watch it. I just love this movie. It's a good movie. And plus it has the girl from Milwaukee in there. Her name is... She was in The Hangover. She was in License to Drive. I can't think of her name right now.
Wow. I think you got me stumped here.
Yeah, I can't think of her name either. She was also in that movie about porn. What was it? It was she was Roller Girl in that one movie.
Oh, Heather Graham?
Yeah,
okay.
She's in here too.
Woo!
Thank you, Tim. Brought it home for us. Is there anybody good in Killer Clowns that I would know? No, probably not. Probably not. Dustin Hoffman?
There is no one in that movie you would know.
A midget? Is there a midget in there?
There's no midgets.
Okay.
It's 100% midget free.
Damn. We got. You know what? Wait. Before you go,
thank you. Trogdor gave me Heather Graham there, but I got it on my own. I did not see that.
But do you ever notice? Don't Count Chucky.
Did you notice? Best theme song ever by the Dickies in Killer Clowns. You're gonna be singing along.
Cool.
Yeah.
But now, throw Chucky out there. Are there any horror movies with midgets?
Leprechaun.
Well, is that really?
Yeah.
Is a leprechaun different than a midget?
Leprechaun is like 6 or 7.
I know. Jennifer Aniston's in there. She's braless.
What other one?
There is none.
Don't Look Now. He has a midget in there.
Really? That's a horror movie?
Yeah, you would not watch that.
Well, then don't. Okay, we're done.
There probably are. I'm drawing a blank right now, but there probably are.
Okay.
We're way over time, folks.
Not really.
We want to thank...
You guys all enjoyed it, so you want us to go longer, but go ahead.
Yeah, because I have infinite disk space. That's what it is.
That's what she said, profusely.
Oh, God. All right. So it's time to close the crypt and call the game. Thank you for watching. Remember to share and subscribe. What is this? Look at this. Everything moves. You hit the damn...
I'm a prima
You hit the desk so hard.
I'm a prima donna. I need to...
Subscribe to our show and feed. You can find the show at otherworldlyculture.com and follow the show on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Pandora, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and other fine places you find podcasts.
Twitch.
Or you can just find Jeff at your local bar. It'll be easy. He'll be the loud one in the corner giving you movie trivia facts that turn out to not be true.
Whatever.
So
I got Boonswoggled.
If it's sports, it's a home run. If it's horror, run home. We're dead on the bases, and we'll see you next time.
Maybe.
Otherworldlyculture.com.
Go Braves, go.com.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
I think no one.
You think no one? We do.
Yeah, I gotta clean out that email of mine. It's just so full.
Yeah, I know what's